lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo kí yín o, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì lónìí. Tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà nìyẹn ní ṣókí náà la máa ṣe é torí àwọn tó máa ń pè mí pé àìsìn à ń gbádùn rẹ̀ ọ̀ máa ṣe ṣókí. Àwọn àgbà Fúlàní ẹran tí pàgbé kan wá lánàá tí wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé àwọn mọ̀ pé àwọn nìṣòro. Ètò sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá ni pé tí solution fi lè wà náà ni wípé kán pín Nàìjíríà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àgbà Fúlàní tó sọ̀rọ̀ lánàá pé ńgbà tí ẹ̀yà kan ò dẹ̀ ti gbà fẹ́ ẹ̀yà kan, ṣùgbọ́n lè tẹ́tọ̀ ọgbọ́n ní wá jẹ́ nǹkan tó ní agbára torí àgbà Fúlàní míì náà ló tó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ báyìí kí ló dé táwọn ti wá tó jẹ́ pé àwọn Fúlàní náà làwọn gbọ́ tán mọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ìgbà bí wọ́n ṣe ń pa àwọn èèyàn tó ní South West àníra àwọn tiwa kó sọ̀rọ̀. Adákẹ́ wá sí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò kàn wọ́n, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé nǹkan tá à ń sọ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò tiẹ̀ ká wọn lára rárá. Ẹ máa gbọ́ gbáǹkọ́gbì ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ eléyìí tó sọ̀rọ̀ lónìí nínú èyí tẹ́ gbọ́ yìí ní ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ fẹ́ gbọ́ yìí ni wípé tí wọn ò bá ti lè dialogue pẹ̀lú àwọn bandits pé kán gbàgbé pẹ̀ there can never be peace in Nigeria. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ o, you are welcome Johnson and Johnson, you are welcome. Èmi kọ́ mo sọ torí gbogbo ẹ̀ náà lẹ́gbọ̀ọ́ torí àwọn èèyàn wá ti ní ká máa ṣe ṣókí káwọn lè tètè mọ iṣẹ́ ẹ̀. Ó ní wípé the only thing tí àlàáfíà fi lè wà ní Nàìjíríà ni wípé ẹ àláwọ bandit tàbí kẹ ẹ dialogue pẹ̀lú wọn ìjọba làwọn fẹ́ kẹ ẹ ṣe fún wọn. Èmi dẹ̀ ti sọ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà mú ní ẹ lè rí orílẹ̀-èdè gidi tó lálàáfíà, ẹ lè rí orílẹ̀-èdè gidi tó ní làákàyè, ẹ lè rí orílẹ̀-èdè gidi tó gbádùn tó máa sọ wípé tẹ́rọ́rìsì lòun máa negotiate pẹ̀lú. Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Mali, Niger àti Burkina Faso lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ wo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ Burkina Faso. Ní Russia gan nígbà tí Ukraine sọ wípé àwọn fẹ́ kọ́ lè wèrè kan sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn, kí ni wọ́n sọ? Wọ́n ní kò possible sẹ́ẹ̀. Wípé àwọn ò lè gbà kẹ́ wá kọ́ lè wèrè kankan sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ àwọn. Láwọn alágbára ṣe máa ń ṣe. Àwọn tó bá rẹ́dì tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí ìlú wọn kó lálàáfíà lọ́ ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Kì í ṣe àwọn tí wọ́n sọ wípé tí wọ́n máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ security. Mo sọ lánàá nípa local government chairman tó bú sẹ́kún tó náà ti pa gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ní state àwọn. Àgbà Fúlàní tó wá jáde ń ṣe tóun sọ ni wípé tí ẹ bá fẹ́ kí àlàáfíà kó jọba torí rìjì tèmi ṣe máa ń gbé àwọn ìròyìn báyìí wá ní pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ bá a tún ṣe ń sọ wọn ò rí reason tá a ṣe gbọdọ̀ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n sì rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wípé ó máa dáa lọ́jọ́ kan. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń gbọ́ wọ́n ní gbọmọgbọmọ lè rán òwe Yorùbá ní gbọmọgbọmọ là ń rán fáadití. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo ilé ìta àti MP every time yìí náà ó yẹ kó ti sink sí subconscious àwọn èèyàn wa pé tó a kíní yìí aṣọ òbọmọyẹmọ ọmọ yẹ ti rìn òwò ọjà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó yẹ kán ti máa mọ̀. Ṣùgbọ́n bá a ṣe ń sọ káàbà máa gbé wá bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ́pẹ́ gbogbo ṣe ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní gbígbóná yẹn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sì níbi ni wọ́n sì máa wò wípé ó sì máa dáa lọ́jọ́ kan. Gbogbo analysis kìíní láàárọ̀ tó ń sọ wípé àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà àwọn tí ń tún òkè ṣe gradually ó máa gbà wọ́n lọ́dún 4 sí 5 kí ó tó máa sàn dé ìsàlẹ̀. Ọdún 4 sí 5 ní orílẹ̀-èdè gidi tó lálàáfíà. How many years ló gba Traoré láti mú economy one of the worst economy in the world láti convert ẹ̀? Ẹja sáré gbọ́ná kí má máa sọ̀rọ̀ ìgbẹ́ ṣé ìyàwó ẹ̀kọ́ mo rí Ngozi àni ẹ ṣe Johnson and Johnson. Ẹjẹ sáré tẹ̀ sójú ẹ̀ náà káti ẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ náà so that ọ̀rọ̀ tí à ń sọ yìí kì í kàṣe pàákà mọ́ rojọ́ dànù lásán. Ẹ ti ẹ̀já kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ náà. Mo ń bọ̀ torí mo fẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ náà ni. Ẹ wá ṣíà ètò ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa ṣíà rẹ̀ kákọ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ arìndè tán sọ torí wípé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbà báyìí tèmi bá ń sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àmọ́ wípé alátẹnumọ́ wàhálà wa ti pọ̀ ju àtẹnumọ́ òṣì la ní. Ẹ gbọ́ arìndè tó sọ iná ẹ̀yin gan fúnra lára yín kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́. Gbogbo alámọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ti tán finally ó ti tán ṣùgbọ́n àwọn èèyàn bá ṣe ń sọ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sì ń wò pé ẹ má jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jìnnà ẹ jẹ́ kọ́ gbọ́ nǹkan tó sọ náà kẹ́tì ọkọ̀ gbọ́ nǹkan.
All these major three conflicts, I've said it time and time again. All the major three conflicts you have in Nigeria, from banditry in the northwest and the north central, now going to the northeast, to Boko Haram, to the IPOB issue in the southeast, none of these problems are military. The military did not bring banditry. Neither did it bring Boko Haram or that. This is all as a result of corruption and bad governance. Politicians brought this mess, and the military is brought in to clean up after their mess. And the military is thinking they are going to solve this problem because of the past president, Mr. President Muhammad Buhari, thought and looked at banditry just in the prism of military. I've said it time and time again, there's a hole for the military. There is not going to be a military solution to any of these three conflicts, because in the history of warfare, nowhere have conflicts like this been won on the battlefield. And they're saying no dialogue, no dialogue. Whoever says that doesn't know what he's talking about. Dialogue is a legitimate tool of warfare everywhere in the world. You must dialogue. Currently, as we speak, the governor of Borno State last week said there are over 160,000 Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram. They didn't come because you go killing. By dialoguing and getting them, you have done one thing and you've gotten them off of the battlefield. And you must solve this problem. The military, Nigerian military, is spread all across 36 states. Does not have the capacity we know, doesn't have people on the ground. We've been to 9 forests, there's not a single soldier in our forest. They are dropping ordnance thinking they won this war, they win this war by dropping ordnances. No, we need to back up. There's a role for the military. There's not going to be a military solution. It's a whole community approach. Everybody must be involved. The current leadership of the military, their body language and what they are talking about, they are being hawkish. There's a reason. They are rattling the cage for more money. Well, guess what? They've gotten more money. The little budget we have, they have the largest, the lion's share. Don't tell me.
Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ. Torí àwọn tó fẹ́ kálàáfíà kọjọ ẹni tó bá rántí dáadáa nígbà ayé Jonathan ṣé Dasuki àbí kí lórúkọ máa yẹn tọ́nà fún lówó security nígbà yẹn kí ló fowó yẹn ṣe láyé Buhari náà the same thing because àwọn people yìí ti di tools wọ́n ti di political tools ọ̀hún ká sọ pé wọ́n ti di kí la tún lè pè ná because wọ́n mọ̀ wípé tí kinní yìí bá end tó bá fi lè end wọn ò ní rí jẹjẹ mọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ mo ti sọ lórí ètò rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ wípé tí Nàìjíríà bá fi lè lálàáfíà ìjẹ́ máa bọ́ lẹ́nu wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni torí kí ló lè mú kí wọ́n máa kí every time àwọn máa fọdún yẹn dún nígbà ayé Jonathan mo rántí nígbà yẹn lọ bóyá December November sí December stroke early January bomb blast ní gbàgbàgbà all the time ìgbà yẹn náà jí àwọn ọmọ gbé tí wọ́n gbé wọn láàrin àwọn ọmọ Chibok ńgbà yẹn àwọn tó bá àwọn ọmọ Chibok ṣe bí nígbà yẹn àwọn tó já Hausa fúnra wọn jáde síta wípé àwọn mọ àwọn tó sponsor àwọn Boko Haram ẹjọ́ kí ni wọ́n ṣe sí ìdòní olónìí the other time tí n bá rí fídíò yẹn mo lè play rẹ̀ fún wa CBS Musa ó ní àwọn mọ àwọn people yìí ó ní they know their family they know their relations they know their wife ó ní but they cannot àwọn ò lè stop wọn because that is means of surviving that is why tí o ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ ń gbòòrò tíṣẹ́ bá wà ẹ̀yìn tó ríṣẹ́ legitimate work tó fẹ́ ṣe ṣó máa lọ join banditry then ibi tó ti ń rówó nìyẹn ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan tí bàbá yìí sọ ẹ tún gbọ́ nǹkan tó lè sọ ẹ gbọ́.
Insecurity cannot stop. You know why it cannot stop?
It's the
biggest business right now.
Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀?
This thing you call headsmen, this thing you call Boko Haram, it's a transaction. Because if we stop, the budgeting will stop. So it's the biggest corruption. The security problem in Nigeria today, quote me, is the biggest corruption. The biggest corruption is the security thing you call security problem. Because a lot of people are raking billions through the security problem.
Chango. I don't get to peace,
security problem in Nigeria cannot stop because I was reading yesterday that one international body have delisted Nigeria. I can't remember the body now. Delisted Nigeria. Nigeria has been delisted. Foreign companies are selling off assets and leaving the country.
That is security. Bad new. No security.
People holding the nation to ransom. As many benefiting from this insecurity of this nation. And therefore impoverishing over 200 million Nigeria. May the spirit of incurable diseases be transferred to them today. The few individuals profiting from the calamity of insecurity in this nation. I release the angel of death to knock on their doors.
Sure.
God has not left himself without a witness. In every generation, there is always a voice speaking. I stand here as God prophetic.
Ṣé gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn sì mo gbọ́ nǹkan kan sìn wọ́n láwọn sójà kó wọ́n àrẹ́sì àwọn ẹ̀ṣẹ̀jàre Koiki Media wọ́n láwọn sójà kó wọ́n àrẹ́sì àwọn 18 soldiers 15 police officers for arms trade. Ṣé gbọ́ mo ṣe ètò kan náà bíi 2-3 weeks or almost a month now tí mo ní ẹnìkan jáde tó ní àwọn kidnappers yẹn pé most of the area tó bá ti escape ní south west pé ó lọ́wọ́ àwọn DSS and all other officers nínú because there is no way pé they have equipment and gadget tí wọ́n fi lè trace àwọn people yìí. Mo sọ nígbà tí tèkó ṣe nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Ìkòròdú ní last week mo gbé ètò yẹn náà wá mo dẹ̀ sọ mo ní níbi tí ayé lajú dé yìí ẹ fẹ́ báyàn jà ẹ ti mọ̀ wípé it's a swampy area that is why we have technology gbogbo nǹkan kọ́ láwọn behave bí ẹni wípé we are in 17th century. You want to go to a terrain that you cannot go easily. Kí ló dé tẹ́ deploy area surveillance? That is why we have drones. Even the terrorists in the north, they are using drones. The terrorists in the north, they are using drones. But our own military find it difficult. A ló fẹ́ cost each local government láti ra drone tiwọn if they really serious about security. Èló ló fẹ́ cost wọn if they are really serious. Even tó bá jẹ́ pé civilian drone gan ni just to monitor the environment pé okay agbára yóò ká kí ló ń pè àwọn all other drone yẹn weaponized àbí kí ló ń pè wọ́n armed drone. You can buy civilian drone kẹ́ẹ̀fì monitor environment yẹn there is a bed there is a robotic bed tẹ́ pé ó máa lọ they will not know that is a robot. It will fly normally like a kini. They are all over the Amazon. It's something that individual can buy. Not to even talk about military organization. Not to even talk about federal government parastatals or what do we call all these military agencies or security agencies. Orílẹ̀-èdè tí ò bá ti sí security tí ẹ̀dẹ̀ mú technology lọ́kùnkùn orílẹ̀-èdè wọ́n máa ń padà sẹ́yìn ni. Ó máa ń padà sẹ́yìn ni. Ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí bàbá yẹn sọ jẹ́ ká parí ẹ̀ náà ká tó máa sọ̀rọ̀ lọ.
As God's prophetic voice for this hour, these few individuals holding Nigeria to ransom.
Ṣé wọ́n wá ti wá hold wa ransom náà báyìí?
Insecurity in this nation. If I be a man of God, let the spirit of untimely.
Àmì o àṣẹ.
The police are now busy looking for money. The other 150,000 that should be policing internal security, they are collecting bribe on the road. So nobody is really policing in the country. Nobody is policing. That's why we have insecurity in the country. The police have abandoned their constitutional responsibility of policing, and all they are interested in like revenue generation to maintain the divisional police heads. Because the money meant for the divisional police heads are stolen
by some people. So the DPO now has to find a way to fuel the car for patrol. So they need to find a way to fund the police stations. If we address corruption, insecurity will stop. Yes, we consider that the VIPs need some form of protection. So it will be unreasonable on our part to say, oh, don't protect the VIPs. Even in America, the VIPs are protected. I'm making two recommendations. Number one, let us use the elite corps of the civil defense to protect the VIP. The elite corps of the civil defense to protect them. The police must go back to policing the nation. That is the only way that we can stop this growth of terrorist groups all over the country.
That's the main thing now.
We have reached the consensus that security agencies have failed. Let us allow people to carry guns. Let us give license for citizens to carry guns. Like in America, if we all own guns, who will come to a community in Plateau to terrorize anybody? Who will come to a community in Benue to terrorize anybody, or in Plateau or in Kwara? So the basics, if the police and the government are not ready to remove police officers from the VIPs and allow police officers to go and police the nation, then we should reach the consensus that, oh, we have failed as a nation. The entire issue about global insecurity is predicated on resources. And it goes back to the genesis of slavery, to the genesis of colonization. And by colonization, by the way, we make a lot of cry and hue about colonialism, Western colonialism. There has been colonialism from the East, from the Arabian Peninsula. It's colonialism. There was only colonialism. There is internal colonialism even within ethnicity. So let's not forget that. And it has always been about resources, whether it is within the microcosm of Nigeria or outside. So I align with what both of you said, more leaning towards what I said earlier and what you are doing. It's about resources. And we have the evidential facts. With regard to vulnerabilities or what is the other word? Vulnerability versus target. Thank you very much. Very important perspective. Both are correct. But in order for us to move towards the actual solution, I agree to more of vulnerabilities. Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, with due respect, including Tunisia, even Egypt, are nowhere near Nigeria in terms of resources. Nowhere. In terms of resources around the Sahel belts, right? If you aim towards Eastern Africa, the only country that we can back off, it has been in crisis till tomorrow, and that is DRC. Because of the immense resources there. It has already, you can take it further to confirm that what happened in Libya with the assertions of the former Secretary of State of the United States of America, Senator Hillary Clinton. You can take it further to see what happened in Iraq with the Phantom War, and see what is happening in DRC with America now coming. You can see the hands playing out today. What happened in Ukraine or what's happening in Ukraine. People are being pushed to the wall because of what they have there, and made now to formalize what we are seeing in the form. Give us your methods, will protect you. Albeit the crisis was created by those forces of occupation who have now expanded their strategy to have these people that are in the form as a smoke screen. And why I'm telling us this is, if we don't see beyond those smoke screens, we can have 1,000 MRAPs, as it has been demonstrated and evidenced. The deep states who are actually representing the real states will continue to ensure that we don't have the resources. You have been in the United States for a long time. You are a journalist, and we all know the attempt to procure weaponry during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan and the time of President Muhammadu Buhari, and how the United States was dragging feet to provide those armaments, right? So we should, be very practical and pragmatic about it. And then when we go further, we see the dynamics of how a Tunisia or an Egypt and whatever are not facing threats that we are facing, but the attack is not on them. The vulnerability is now in Gaza, which is the fulcrum for the Arabian Peninsula, and the dynamics of also the Arabia and others are playing ball with the Western world. But coming back to Nigeria, which is my key issue here, we should look at it from that perspective from time immemorial. That is how Christianity came from the south. Islam came from the north. It is all about our resources, right? So if we don't see it from that perspective, people say, why are we not suddenly having problem in Plateau and Benue? I have plowed that area from as far back as 1992-93. We know the Tantalite and the Gairites and the Tomali who were trading there at that time, and we will just see, we will ask ourselves, in Tour of Jewelry, we will see Germans. We will see Chinese people there as far back as 30 years ago. So it's all about resources, but then we are now going back to what Mr. Dahiru said. Our strength has become our weakness. Or what should be our strength is now our weakness. Okay, that is the issue that we should also add in looking at the overall issue. So, my people, this insecurity.
Ẹ̀yin náà ti gbọ́ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn. The other time tó mo sọ pé ètò ibi tí ní ṣókíṣókí náà làwọn máa ṣe bàbá Akíntóyè and Chief Sunday Igboho remain only the solution for the Yoruba freedom. Ẹ ṣe borí Yoruba freedom period. Ẹ ṣe Johnson and Johnson, you are welcome. Torí táwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ báyìí ọba máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ sì ní wọn ò tiẹ̀ ní àwọn èèyàn ò rí reason tá a ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ lọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí orílẹ̀-èdè. Ìdí tẹ́ pé tó bá ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ fún lórí ìkànnì àìsàn fact ni èmi máa ń gbé reality wá fact ni because tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá máa gbọ́ àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń gbọ́ ẹgbọ́n nǹkan tọ́kùnrin yẹn sọ nígbà ayé Jonathan wọ́n mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ wọn ò jẹ́ kí Jonathan kó rí weapon rà wọn ò jẹ́ àwọn yìí náà block ẹ̀ dẹ̀ wọ́n pé àwọn northerners yìí náà ló kó mára jù láyé ìgbà yẹn náà bó ti ẹ̀ pé àwọn tiẹ̀ náà wà ń bẹ́ ó káwọn Igbos àtàwọn but àwọn northerners deliberately wọn ò jẹ́ kó rí weapon yẹn rà nígbà yẹn tó rọ́mọ̀ wípé àwọn ara wọn náà ni wọ́n máa fẹ́ máa pa ẹ wò bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ chibọ́gẹ̀ ẹ wò bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn gẹ̀ẹ́sì yẹn náà dáradára ẹ̀mí èyí ò jọ wọ́n lójú Amẹ́ríkà ò rí nǹkan kan ṣe sí ayé ìgbà yẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé I think it was during the Obama tenure tó ń gbé placard bring back our girls kí ni wọ́n ṣe lórí ẹ̀ is it not the same campaign manager Obama nígbà yẹn àbí is it Obama or what òun náà padà gbé wá sí Nàìjíríà tó wá campaign fún wọn nígbà yẹn tó campaign against Jonathan nígbà tí Trump débẹ̀ wọ́n náà discover wípé part of the money tó lọ sí tó yẹ kó máa lọ fún NGO àtàwọn dá group kìnnìkan ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ní iná fi ń sponsor ẹsẹ̀ ìyàwó ẹ̀kọ́ mórí yín wọ́n ní iná fi ń sponsor àwọn bandits but nobody is talking in that direction pé okay nígbà tí ẹ ti wá mọ̀ sí pé part of the money from US is going for the upkeep àwọn bandits àbí terrorists of Boko Haram ní Nàìjíríà nobody is talking kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ sọ nǹkan kan lé lórí everybody rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé it's normal ẹ ṣe ìyàwó ẹ̀kọ́ mórí yín ẹ má bínú ẹjọ́ everybody rí pé it's normal but today ó ti hàn sí everybody ń ṣe pé Amẹ́ríkà wọn ò kí ń ṣe níbi tí wọn ò bá ti ní jẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ibi tó bá sọ pé àwọn ò ní jẹ wá gbógun tí wọ́n wé Langley àbí kí ló porúkọ rádaràda olólùwọ̀n jẹ́ tó gbógun ti Traoré and he's also a black man but wọ́n ti wipe away mentality ẹ̀ ó ti wò wípé yes ibi tóun ti ń jẹ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ that is a typical African man bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń behave nìyẹn ibi tó bá ti ń jẹ wọn ò ní fẹ́ kí ẹgbẹ́ wọn míì náà kó jẹ ń bẹ̀ ìdí tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn youth fi dìde Traoré nìyẹn all over the world throughout in Jamaica in America in South Africa in Kenya in Ghana àwọn èèyàn dúró tán in Nigeria ni wọn ò ti àlá àwọn tán náà arrest wọn dó àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan náà ṣe nílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó mọ̀ wípé nǹkan tí Traoré ń ṣe yẹn ó inspire a lot millions of black people. Gaddafi try ẹ̀ wọ́n silence ẹ̀ he's using the gold he's using it to develop Libya he's using it to develop his own pocket at the end of the day ìgbà tán pa Gaddafi gbogbo ẹ̀ dojúrú. Now Thomas Sankara the same thing that Traoré is doing today is what Thomas Sankara said that time. Kí ló dé tí ẹ fẹ́ fi Africa lọ́rùn sílẹ̀ and we Africa náà the same àwọn olórí wa wọ́n sì tó that's why now wọ́n pè wọ́n ní puppet ṣé bí Yorùbá máa ń pòwe kan pé ká bá pè yẹn ní àbí fúnra ẹ̀ ráì ó yẹ kó náà pa fún ẹ̀ mọ́ wọ́n pè yẹn ní puppet àwọn leaders wa náà sì behave like a puppet any small thing France any small thing UK any small thing America Trump gbà tó pe Traoré pé kó wá ó lóun ò wá I am not coming. Only you don't have, only we have everything. Only why would they be, tomorrow video mama play for only why would they be calling us poor? Only we have all the resources to be a nation, independent nation on our own. Why are we still poor? Ìyẹn náà gbógun tì sí. Now, ìbéèrè nísìnyí tó gbógun ti Traoré sí ẹni wípé ó ń store gold láti enrich rẹ̀. Ìyẹn dẹ̀ fún wọn lésì wípé kóhun tó débẹ̀, there was nothing like gold bank in Burkina Faso. There was nothing. All gold and everything tí wọ́n bá mine, they are taking it to France. Pé ìgbà tóhun dé làwọn ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ create pé káwọn náà máa store gold àwọn náà, káwọn ṣe money bank gold back money àbí bọ́ọ̀lù process àwọn tó bá jẹ́ economics wọ́n understand nǹkan tí mò ń sọ yẹn. So that ìyẹn náà fi lè retain currency tiwọn, ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ economy tiwọn náà kó stabilize. Ẹ wo nǹkan tí màá yẹn ṣe is building over 1,000 housing for àwọn tí ò nílé lórí. Àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ sọ fún wa pé kò lè, that's it, that's pé gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá ti gbé tò wá báyìí àwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ sọ pé kò lè work, kò lè work. Okay, nígbà tẹ́ mọ̀ pé kò lè work, why are we still a country? A ti mọ̀ pé Nàìjíríà ti bàjẹ́ fáìn gbogbo alámọ̀, then ẹja túká kí kálukú mọ bá tiẹ̀ lọ. A ti mọ̀ pé kò lè work. Ọ̀rọ̀ ní kálukú sọ yẹn. Ẹ ti mọ ìṣòro Nàìjíríà pé kò lè work, then why are we still there? Why? Why are we still there? Mo ti sọ lórí ètò several times ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa ní Nigeria is indivisible, says by who? Ìgbà tí Lugard àti girlfriend ẹ̀ tó join wa papọ̀, ṣóhun seek opinion àwọn èèyàn gbà yẹn. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ tà wá, àwọn nu Ọlọ́run. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, àwọn tó tà wá fún wọn, fáwọn òyìnbó yẹn náà, àwọn nu Ọlọ́run. Yorùbá nígbà ràn mí dẹlẹ́rù, ajínigbó dọkọ ẹni, ńlọrọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ báyìí. Ńlọrọ̀ tó wà nílẹ̀ báyìí. Aláfẹ́ lọ, ẹni kò sáàyè fún peaceful negotiation. Kò síbi tó ti ń gba orílẹ̀-èdè ní jẹ̀lẹ́ńkẹ́ o, láìláìlá sí sọ fáwọn èèyàn wa pé kò síbi tó ti ń gba orílẹ̀-èdè ní jẹ̀lẹ́ńkẹ́. Kálukú ó dúró tán, wọ́n múra tán náà ni. Wọ́n máa múra tán. Ìbí àtẹmọ́sọ́ gbogbo bàbá ẹ̀ mú ní kí má jẹ́ ogun pọ̀ ká lè ṣe ń ṣókí. Mo ní àrọ̀ ní wálé Oníkòyí ò sinmi ogun lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, àrọ̀ ní wálé Oníkòyí ò sinmi ogun ni. Ẹ ṣé wọn ò rí yín. Wallace, ẹ ṣé o, you are welcome. Ẹ ṣé, you are welcome. Johnson and Johnson, ẹ ṣé, you are welcome. Ọláyínká Bolúwájí, ẹ ṣé, you are welcome. Clef Wallace, ẹ ṣé, you are welcome. Ẹ ṣé, you are welcome. Koiki Media, you are welcome. Ẹ bá like tí ẹ bá share rẹ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ ká gàn pọ̀. Ẹ bá fún, ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ káàkiri orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáńlá yìí. iSing TV yín náà lélẹ́yìí, ẹ bá share rẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ káàkiri, ẹ bá pín. Ẹ ṣé o, tẹ́ǹtẹ́ ti sí wa gbogbo wa.